Ryan Tannehill played well in terms of limiting mistakes, although he did miss Nick Westbrook-Akina a couple times. One of them, he was the first read on a play-action bang concept. I don't think Tannehill expected the linebackers to bite as much as they did on play-action, so he went to his second read too quickly. Derrick Henry 100% proved that he was back with this performance. He had a vintage touchdown run on a duo cutback where you get double teams washing out the D-line and then Derrick Henry outrunning a defensive back. Derrick Henry should have had another touchdown run, but it got called back because of this ridiculous holding penalty on Treylon Burks. The vision to recognize the cutback lane on this play is incredible. I'm downgrading him because of a couple bad drops, but I do like that the Titans continued to go back to him in the passing game because he was really good in pass protection as he's been for the entire season. Treylon Burks unfortunately will be out for a few weeks with turf toe, and there's a chance he would have had his first career touchdown in week 4 if Dontrell Hilliard had picked up this blitzer. It's tough to make an evaluation on Treylon Burks through the first 4 games because a lot of his production has been deep crossers wide open against zone coverage, but he's been getting open against man a lot. He just hasn't been getting targeted. I think it's pretty overblown, this idea that Treylon Burks has had some terrible, disastrous rookie season. Chigakonkwo had somewhat of a breakout game. You can tell the offensive coaching staff was prioritizing getting him involved early in the season. They went to him on a key 4th down in week 1, but I think everyone agrees that the Titans did a great job of using him in this game. This first catch on the wheel route, he does a good job of selling the run block. The linebacker bites up, and then Chigakonkwo is just explosive enough to create easy separation. His touchdown came on what looks like an option route. Shaq Leonard's playing with inside leverage, but he makes a quick cut and gets open. The offensive line was not great overall. Ben Jones had his best game of the season, but Aaron Brewer and NPF are proving to be pretty boom-bust players on a snap-to-snap basis. They have a lot of big-time blocks, especially in the run game, but when Derrick Henry's gotten met behind the line of scrimmage this season, Aaron Brewer and Nicholas Petit-Frere are the most frequent culprits. I thought Jeffrey Simmons played a really good game. He only had 3 pressures, but he was winning a lot more often than that. T.R. Tart had the best game of his career. 3 run stops, 2 batted passes, 1 pressure, and an interception on this incredible tip pass. He still gets pushed back in the run game a little bit more often than I would like, but he more than makes up for it with splash plays. Denico Autry is a no-brainer A+. 4 pressures, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. I'm not going to say this was a career game for him because I haven't watched all of his Indianapolis tape, but in the 3 seasons that I've been watching him, this is by far the best that I've ever seen him play. I'm sure there's added motivation because of the opponent, but I think it's accurate to say that Denico Autry is in the prime of his career. This game was as much as I've seen David Long give up in coverage since probably 2020, but he did make up for it with a couple forced incompletions, so I gave him a C. Dylan Cole really stood out on the broadcast, and given my expectations for him, he definitely had a good game. But after watching his tape, a lot of his tackles were unblocked and someone else had already made the stop, and he was getting juked out pretty easily. So it was a solid performance overall, but I think the Titans should be excited to get Monty Rice back. Speaking of getting people back from injury, Elijah Molden getting healthy will be great for the Titans secondary because he's a really good player, but also because it'll let Roger McCreary move outside because he does not look comfortable in the slot. The man coverage ability that I saw on his college tape is just not translating from a condensed alignment. With rookies, especially at defensive back, it's okay if they get beat and give up a lot of yards, as long as you see them flashing the high-end talent to justify their draft position. And Roger McCreary is doing that. He made a big 3rd down stop late in the game. Caleb Farley just does not look comfortable at all. Anytime he has any kind of speed built up and he has to change direction, he either stumbles or needs way more gather steps than he would in college. In my opinion, this is either because of injury or confidence. It's most likely a combination of both, but he needs to be playing over Terrence Mitchell. They might be equally bad, I don't know, but there's almost no upside in playing Terrence Mitchell because you pretty much know what he is. The Titans need to go into this offseason having some idea what they can expect from Caleb Farley. At this point, it's probably not much, but they need to find out if there's any upside there. And then the only thing I'll say about Josh Klue is that the Titans desperately need to get Amani Hooker healthy.